So this is the best I could do for now.
So these are the tracks of some guy who's just up here shooting. Got a lot to hunt over here, so I'm just gonna document all this. These are his tracks. You can tell, it's kind of curved off to the side, curved this way to that side, and then like little curves in the middle. Mogote. So you got this white pickup truck with the extended cab. Looks like a white SUV. He's over here fucking with me. I don't know who this piece of shit is, but it's bullshit. Well, we saw him for a second there. Oh, there he is. So this piece of shit right here, he's harassing me. I don't know who the fuck it is. I don't know why he's out here. Plausible deniability. Oh, I'm out here hunting. You ain't out here hunting. This ain't a hunting area. And it's not hunting season. It's a criminal poaching piece of shit right here.
So that's it. Right now it's January 20th, 2022. January 20th, 2022. It's Thursday. So this happened on Wednesday. No, the two things happened. Okay, so there's a thing that happened on Wednesday on the 19th, and then the video that you just saw was on Monday the 17th. And it happened right at dusk, about 5 p.m. Right at 5 p.m. So the incident that happened on Monday, the 17th, what you just saw, or the 19th, I'm so sorry. Let's get these dates correct, okay? What you just saw was Wednesday. That was yesterday, about 5 o'clock. 1/19/22 on Wednesday, about 5 p.m. And on this day, he just drove up here. The white truck just drove up here, but they didn't shoot any guns. They didn't shoot any guns. They shot, maybe about 6 or 7 times that I heard on Monday. So let's talk about on Monday. So I'm outside and I'm cleaning up the yard. There's a bunch of pine needles and a bunch of limbs and whatnot. And I heard some gunshots. And, there's hunters who are around, so usually I don't really take gunshots to mean much of anything. But this isn't hunting season. It's not hunting season, and it's not a hunting area. And it's snowed out here, and so you can't go to the national park either direction that you go, or you'll, encounter a lot of icy snow. So it's not hunting season. It's not hunting season, so to, say they could have been poaching. They could have been out there poaching. Now, my guess is that they're the Costilla County KKK. They're the Mickey Mouse KKK who's been fucking with me for about a year now. And there's, no telling. There's Kenny Capin and Troy Zinn and Robert Pickrell are the main, culprits. But there's a bunch of criminal motherfuckers out there. So it could be any one of them. I don't know who has a white truck that looks like that. And I said it was an extended cab, and it was actually a full-size cab, so it was, a full-size truck with a cab over the bed. So like an old GMC truck with a cab on the bed, and it was a full size cab, so it had front seats and back seats. So all we saw in the video was just them driving, back and forth, and then they had stopped, and then I backed up, and then started driving like adjacent. I didn't. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. I'm cleaning up my yard. I hear a couple gunshots. Didn't think nothing of it, but then when I walked around my sheds, I heard another gunshot. And it sounded like it was coming right up from the hill that we just saw. And so that's weird that I would hear a gunshot when I, walk outside my door, or if I, walk around and I'm in the, I guess, open area in that corner. So I thought it was weird. So then I walked up the hill, just by some trees. There's like a tree line that goes up the hill right where my place is. So I'm just walking, kind of behind the trees. I'm not really knowing what's going on. But I'm going to start assuming the worst because, pieces of shit will give you a million fucking reasons not to give a shit. And fuck those people. Fuck those people. So this is a mystery. Who the hell, who in the goddamn fuck did this? Who the fuck has been doing this? And why are they doing this? What is the goddamn point? So as I was walking up the tree line and I got to the top of the hill, I heard two gunshots. One was with a high-powered rifle because it echoed through the mountains, and then the other one was a 22 millimeter shot, so it sounded like a little pistol and a high-powered rifle. So there was only a couple shots, 6 or 7 shots, right? A couple shots in the beginning, and then when I went to the top of the hill, I heard a couple more shots. And then I just yelled because, just being on the safe side, you need to get out of here. This isn't a hunting area. I don't know, what's going on. I don't know. I just get out of here. You can't hunt here. And then I went back into my house. And what was crazy is I didn't see it come up and I didn't see it leave. I saw, some movement and my dogs were barking. And then when it left, I saw some brake lights. This is Monday, the 17th. So essentially all that, it was white snow. So they're able to roll up pretty quick without really me noticing what's going on. But, they're, going up the County Road 9, shot a couple times. Looked like they turned around up there. It looks like there's a little summit. They drove back there, turned back around. Looked like they went through some back roads over here. And then they left, and I saw some brake lights as they were leaving in the distance, and so I couldn't actually determine what was the vehicle, what it looked like, and was it a four-wheeler, and I didn't know for sure. I just knew that there were some brake lights. And a vehicle. I could hear the rumbling of the vehicle, but just barely. So that happened on January. 6 or 7 shots meant to intimidate or possibly to kill me. And then on January 19th, yesterday, that white truck is going to return to the scene of the crime. You're not supposed to return to the scene of the crime. But he came back. And he drove up on the hill. And when he had noticed me, he had stopped on the hill. And then when I started driving in parallel with him, he took the hell off. He left. So they were trying to punk me out, driving up on the hill, County Road 9, and then they turned around and they left. So when the crime, menacing, felony menacing, harassment, those are the crimes. Attempted murder, perhaps. I would say felony menacing. Trying to cause fear with a deadly weapon. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So on January 17th, I was a victim of felony menacing. And again, it's the menacing of a truck driving around in the middle of driving around my house just to say, hey, I'm a piece of, the person who drove the truck around is just telling me that they're the ones that are shooting at me. And so, just to kind of, I guess it's psychological terrorism to keep a person in perpetual fear. You just, keep messing with them and messing with them. And then they're, worried about this and that and everything else. And what could, there's no security and what can you do? So the crime of yesterday, since there weren't any gunshots yesterday, but he drove up here, saw me, and drove away. So I'm not going to assume I was going to citizens arrest him. I was going to sit and I didn't call 911 because, they get out here 15, 20 minutes and by that time the people have already left. But if they were, if you could call 911 and they could come to your house immediately, we could, block them in because there's only one path back here. There's only one path back here, so they could be blocked in. And we can, ask them a couple questions. What do you got that rifle for? What are you doing out here? Who are you? What's your name? Well, you've been doing this for a while now? And I don't want to get into a relationship with the police where I'm calling them and they come out here and there's nobody out here and then they just get annoyed with me and start messing with me. So I was wanting to do a citizen's arrest. I don't know how that would have turned out if they have a gun and they're trying to shoot me. I think the main point might be just to try to, scare me, but why would I assume that's what... It's one of the two, right? They came out to shoot me or they came out to scare me, and so I'm perpetually scared and therefore I'm dead anyways. I'm being run by fear. I'm being run by some piece of shit in a white truck. So my Kenny Capin, Troy Zinn, Robert Pickrell, these are the pieces of shit that have been messing with me. There's several people around the Lobato Bridge, southwest Costilla County. There's James Bax, and then there's some other people. So yeah, it could be a number of people, and we could probably easily find who owns that truck. So yeah, I mean, I guess technically there's not much of, what happened yesterday, but I did get the video of the vehicle that was driving around out here. And that's important to me. So yesterday there wasn't no shootings. But that doesn't mean he wasn't harassing, he wasn't menacing, and it wasn't felony menacing. Motherfucker shot at you 2 days. That was 2 days ago I shot at him. I was just driving out there, for a picnic today. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, and then you saw the truck tracks, too. So we got the truck and we got the truck tracks, and there was also a passenger. So my assumption is that there's two men, probably two white men. And it was a white truck. I couldn't see it on Monday, January the 17th, because it was a white truck, so it kind of blended in with the snow. So, and I guess I'll lastly say this, that I was ready. I was ready for him. Instead of talking to pieces of shit that want to tell me to not believe my own eyes and my own experiences, I got to cut people like that off. That's just too much goddamn pain. That's just too much pain. But on Monday, I'm like, okay, them motherfuckers are gonna come back, and so I had actually walked all the way around to where they had drove up to the top of the hill just to see what they had done, and it looked like they just drove to the summit and then drove around. It's possible they could have saw, or tried to, poach a deer, which I don't want poaching out here anyways. But that's, like I said, plausible deniability. The gunshots I heard are when I walked outside of my house or when I was in the open area. And then when I walked up the tree line to the top of the hill, I heard gunshots too. So I was walking by the trees. I was also walking by my sheds too, because if you're gonna shoot at me but you miss just slightly, hit something, right? If they shoot a bullet hole into the side of the, whatever, then that's more evidence. So I was by the tree line, yeah, for protection, but also, shoot something. There's a bullet hole right there. So are they just shooting straight up in the air? Are they shooting at me? I don't know. And Yeah, I've been having to deal with this shit for probably my entire motherfucking life, but specifically with these motherfuckers for a year. And yeah. So there you go. That's the events that happened on January 17th and January 19th, 2022. White truck, two men, probably white men, came out, shot a gun, high powered rifle, 22 little pistol, sound like a 22 pistol. And they came out here twice. I'm the only person that lives out here. It's like a 3 mile country road that you have to come back out here to the Elk Ridge subdivisions in Mogote, Conejos County, Colorado. So there you go. Those are the events of January 17th and 19th.